Hello and welcome back to my channel Inspired with Anushka. Guys, we are talking the topics of biology for standard 8. So here in the syllabus in which we have studied about the pollution, the water pollution, air pollution, and the next point is of drinking water or the potable water, or how the treatment of water can be done for the supply of city. Okay, so guys, let's start with the today's topic, that what is drinking or potable water. Okay, so students, drinking or the potable water should be of some characteristics which I am going to now read and describe that one by one. And that is so simple and you can easily be understand all of these things. And I don't think that it is any there is any rocket science in uh, learning the processes that how the treatment of water can be done for the supply of cities. And I will try to give the best to you all. So let's start the topic. The drinking water must be have some characteristics that's like the it should be of the colorless and odorless. Colorless is, it means ki it doesn't contains any color, it is not of any color, it is colorless. And odorless, it means that it does not contains any taste also. Okay, so neither it will be sweet, sour, or salty. The pure water is must be colorless and odorless. It should also be free from any of the suspended impurities. Suspended impurity, it means any clay particles or the sand particles that not will not have to be submerged in it, or any harmful germs also. It will free from it must be free from viruses and bacteria. Mostly the bacteria enter throughout the any contaminated things. It means maybe the contaminated food or the contaminated water. So it is very essential for having the drinking water that it should be free from any suspended impurities and the germs also. It should be also free from the large quantity of salts. It does not contains the large amount of salt, because it will increase the amount of sodium in your, or the amount of chlorine in your body. We all know that we can't drink the water of sea, as we have the more water in sea, but the pure drinking water is very less, and that's why we can't take the more salty water inside our body. And it should also the pure water also be free from any harmful salt such as nitrates, cyanide, and urea. These are the salts which are dissolvable in water, and with dissolved water it get inside our body, and it can harm the well-being functioning of the our organelles. It may be harm the kidney, it may be brain, maybe our nervous system. So different parts of body will be get affected from all of these things. So what we have learned till now, the drinking water must be colorless, odorless, it must be free from any suspended impurities, any harmful germs, large quantity of salts, and any harmful salts such as nitrate, cyanide, and urea. So guys, this is all about the drinking water, that what the characteristics should the drinking water contains. Now the topic comes for the treatment for the treatment of water for city supply. So water from natural resources containing many impurities, we all know this. So to make it fit for the drinking, these impurities must be removed either by our processes, or we can do it at the industrial level or small scale level also. So the method used for purification of water depends upon the source of water, that from where it is coming. Okay, so people in big cities get purified river or lake water through a network of water pipeline, and in these pipelines some processes occurs which may be described as removal of suspended impurities. Is the first main function that we have to perform for its treatment. For what treatment? For the treatment of water. Water is pumped from the river or the lake into the large tank. Here it is mixed with a small quantity of alum and Ly to stand to some time, and the suspended particles of the clay and settle down slowly at the bottom of the tank. The upper layer of the water is then sent to the filters. This is a very common process. We can also perform it at our home, and you have already watched that if you mix the some amount of sand particles in the water, in the bucket of water, then slowly after 1 or 3 hour of time you can watch that if you put it stagnant, don't move it, then you will watch that the suspended particles are settled down in the bottom of the bucket, and the water which is upper from that layer is a type of somewhat pure water. Okay, so this was the first step for the removal of suspended impurities from the water. The second process for the treatment of water is filtration. We can also filter it. After doing the suspended impurities away from the water, it must be filtered. The water also sediments. The water after sedimentation in the filter tank through a thick layer of sand and gravels. Here the fine suspended impurities get removed. Okay, so एक टैंक होता है फिल्ट्रेशन टैंक, वो पाइप के थ्रू ही हम लोग लगा के रखते हैं, और इसके बाद सस्पेंडेड पार्टिकल्स से इम्प्यूरिटीज़ सस्पेंडेड पार्टिकल्स के प्रोसेस के थ्रू हम जब इम्प्यूरिटीज़ निकाल चुके होते हैं, उसके बाद हम फिल्ट्रेशन का प्रोसेस अपनाते हैं. फिल्ट्रेशन के बाद द प्रोसेस विच कम इज़ द एयरेशन एंड अंडर प्रेशर इज एंड ब्लो इन द फिल्टर वाटर. Air under pressure is then blown into the filter water. This process is called aeration. It kills the harmful microorganism present in the filter tank. So guys, this is the process. Here we see that after filtration the air is given, a fresh air is given inside the pipe or the tank with a full pressure, and it helps in what? It helps in killing the microorganism present, and it also filters the water. The last step is of chlorination. The filtered and aerated water is chlorinated by adding chlorine to it. Chlorine kills the harmful germs. You should also apply, you may apply chlorine at your home also, because chlorinated or done to make it free from the all harmful microorganism. The purification and chlorination water is supplied to use through a network of water pipe. A flow sheet diagram can be drawn in your mind for the treatment of water. So the first one is the removal of suspended impurities, the second one is the filtration, third one is the aeration, and fourth one is the chlorination. So guys, these are only a simple things which I don't think there is any problem to understand all of this. So it's very easy to learn that how water is treated. You just have to remember the four main topics, and you can also deal with all these things. So guys, if you like this video, then please press the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much for giving your time and attention to me.